Good morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Hillary Strong, co-founder and creative director of Your Dreams on Fire. Thanks for joining me today or on the replay. That's wonderful too. Our group here is called Socially on Fire, and it's a group where you can learn new tips every week. I go live every week and I share articles and tips and hacks and ways to help your small business. I am a small business owner myself, entrepreneur, and I'm sure many of you are always looking for ways to make your life easier. I've been doing this since 2014, teaching and training and coaching and doing live webinars and hands-on classes. And I love teaching. I love helping people and helping businesses succeed. And I've done a lot of things the hard way. So one of my goals is to try to break down information. There's so much information we're getting in our emails and all this communication on our phones, right? We're kind of overstimulated with information. So today I'm going to be talking about Facebook groups, which is what you're in right now. And this is a wonderful opportunity. It's one of Facebook's goals for the year. They want to create smaller communities. So think niche, right? And I'm in lots of groups. I'm in business groups. I'm in fun groups. I play the ukulele, not well, but it's fun and I learn new things. And so we all have, like Facebook says, there's a group for everyone. And so a lot of my clients are asking for me to build them groups and to add those onto their business pages on Facebook. And why? Well, it's a way to become more intimate and get to know your audience better. Let them get to know you, let them get to know each other. I find in a lot of my business groups that I follow that I get a lot of good tips and information from other professionals, not only from the group administrator or trainer, but I read the comments and pick up a lot of things along the way. So I find them very beneficial. Personally, I find them fun also, and it's a way to connect with people with similar interests, whatever that might be. And think about it this way, you have access to Facebook's 2.4 billion monthly users. I said billion. So I'm pretty sure that somewhere on Facebook, there are folks that would be willing and excited to be part of your community. And, recently I just set one up and it's a VIP. So it's you get these certain VIP perks and things like that as being just part of the group, and it's free to join. Just like this one it's free to join. You just have to join the group and you can share it with others. So let's think about the difference between a Facebook page, right, and a group. So think of your Facebook page as kind of your front yard. This is where you broadcast information, new products, whatever your business is about, right? And letting them get to know you, but it's not as personal per se. Think of a group as an opportunity to invite those folks kind of to your backyard barbecue, so to speak. This is where you're engaging, becoming, more personal, sharing conversation, right? Starting conversation, getting your fans, fan club to share your information, support each other, learn new things. So I think that's I can't remember where I heard that, but I think that's a good analogy to think about the difference between your page and what you can do with a group. So what are the other benefits, right? Because it does take a little time. I mean, it has to be monitored. And this group is actually going from a public group to a private group, but it's visible. So people can search it, people can share it just with the link. But with all the spam happening, and I manage another group, and we're getting a lot of strange members that want to be part of the group and things like that. So in, let's see, 2 days, this group will go from a public group to a private group. And that doesn't change anything for you. It's just that I have a couple questions. They have to follow the code of conduct, right? to be part of the group. I have banned, not this group, but some other groups, people that are just kind of off the wall and not appropriate for the group. So, and that's okay. So, some of the benefits is that it is a direct line to your customers, to your fans, to your, they can watch things, you can learn things from them, you can ask for feedback. I'm always asking for feedback. What do you want to see? What do you want to learn? Things like that. So feel free to send me a message or post it in the group. And I'd love to hear about that. So you always want to be using your group to engage and learn. You also build long-term relationships with customers and fans. It shows that you care, and it's a way to really build loyalty and trust. And I've been in some groups for years, and I absolutely love them. And if I can't catch it live, like today, 10 o'clock doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. There's a replay. So you can always catch the replay, and I post the resources. So one of the cool things about groups as well is that if you have a great group, and we're still growing this group, I've rebranded and started a different company. I had my own business, Dakota Internet Designs, for many, many years. And so it's an opportunity to grow and increase your organic reach. And how that happens is you're engaging your group. Your group's great. You're getting lots of fans. And Facebook recognizes that and they increase your organic reach. Don't ask me how they do it, but they do. So overall, it helps you in the long run as well. So group can really add some things. So the three types of groups, there's a public group like I talked about, and I wouldn't recommend that now because of all the spam and especially with the election going on and everything. I would recommend that you do a private, excuse me, allergies this morning, private group, but it is visible. So it's searchable, people can find you. You'll show up on the searches, but people have to join and answer questions. And it just kind of keeps bots and things like that out of fake accounts and things like that. So we don't allow, in this group, I don't allow pages to join. You have to join as your profile. So I can see who you are, you answer the questions. And then there's also private and secret, super secret. So we're not going to get into that. But for business, I would recommend a private group that is visible. So that's my tip on that. So let's talk about how to use your group for your business. So you can use it to create support, customer support, build community like we talked about. You can be a hero, you can help people out, you can share information for everybody. You can use it as a learning and engagement tool. So social learning is basically what I'm doing now. I'm providing free education and tips. You can create watch parties. You could do live. I'm on a live stream right now using StreamYard. And you're adding value to your customers and audience, right? You can use it. We talked about asking as a feedback forum. So you want to be listening to what your audience is saying, what kind of feedback. It's kind of a built-in focus group. I know one of my groups that I'm in, they use it a lot for testing new content and, what do you think? And they kind of give you a, before they launch courses and things like that. So definitely want to use it to get feedback, right? Before it gets, maybe it's negative feedback or, maybe you can mitigate that before it would go to a review or something like that. So you can also find group insights. That means data. So you can find out more about who's in your group, right? And retarget those folks perhaps and look for other folks that are like the folks in your group, right? Because they would probably be interested in what you have to say. It's a place for fans to connect with each other. So I have connected with a lot of other professionals and I've hired some, they've hired me. But just sharing information, being helpful, I find that very valuable. It's that human connection that can trickle over into goodwill for your company by you sharing more of yourself and them getting to know you. I think that helps your overall brand. Obviously, you can use it as a revenue stream. So there are some private groups that I do pay for. ranging from $9.99 to $19.99 a month, kind of membership groups, so to speak. Mine is free. But you can also sell courses, maybe you're a coach, sell your products, give people special deals. So there's lots of ways to use a group. So the key in your group is to make sure that if you're going to share some kind of opportunity, some mini course, some coaching, whatever it is that you do, product, that it's valuable to your audience, right? So it could be a discount code. Maybe they get first dibs on something. You want to make sure it's valuable to your audience, to the people that are in this group or in your group. So let's talk about some best practices. You want to set up your rules. So we do have rules for this group, and you can look at other groups. You can look at their about page, and you can look at my rules, take some of those and tweak them a little bit. So it gets everybody on the same page that what's going to be acceptable. That they're not sharing their blog or marketing themselves. You want to be careful when you are in other groups that you're not pushing your products, or if somebody, you want to be helpful and you don't want to be salesy. So, and you can get kicked out of a lot of groups by doing that. They can kind of consider that spam. So you want to post welcome messages. You want to welcome new folks to the group every so often and just remind people what the group's about and how things work. You want to be engaging consistently. So one thing that I'm doing to grow this group is to go live every week, right? It's consistent, people can count on it. And if not, they know that it's something they can watch later. So you want to you could spark a debate, you could ask questions, I like to offer support, and I'll probably do a live Q&A at the end of the month. So I'll just be available on the live to answer questions. So that's another idea. You can schedule posts for peak times. So in your group data, when you get enough people, you can figure out when people are in your group, when they're watching, when they're available. And so that's the best time maybe to schedule posts and information. Keep content on your page and groups unique and different. So that's one thing with our page, Your Dreams on Fire. I don't go live there, I go live in the group. So this is something, if you want to be part of it and want to learn social media tips and get free trainings and opportunities and all of those kinds of things, you actually have to be part of the group. Now it's free, all you have to do is click to join, answer a few questions, but it keeps people in the group that want the content and will find it valuable. So our page, again, is where we make it an event that we're going live in our group. So they still have to click on the group to get into the live. It's not something that I go live on Your Dreams on Fire page. So you don't want to cross post, I guess is what I'm saying. Bottom line is that you want to use them very differently, right? This is your backyard barbecue versus people that are driving by and seeing the front of your house, how pretty it is, what you have to offer, those kinds of things. And it keeps out bots and trolls with a questionnaire. So have a few questions that you can filter out spam. If they can't answer those, they obviously don't get in your group. So that's just a way to keep, and sometimes, it can look like a real person. I've let a couple people into a different group and then they were just completely inappropriate and they got booted out of the group. So, but asking a few questions actually helps kind of make sure that people are in the group for a reason. If you have a troublemaker, if they're not following your code of conduct, which look at mine, I looked at other pages and kind of tweaked it. A code of conduct is really important to have because then you're legitimately booting people out that won't follow the rules, and that's okay. So you want to, in a group, think about it, giving them something special, exclusive content, posting, going live consistently, doing a Q&A. There's all sorts of things you can do, product reviews, demos. Maybe you do a free coaching hour where people call in and you offer them support and answer questions. So there's so many things you can do, but think about it as, your backyard barbecue folks get the food, right? They get the dessert, they get all the special deals. So that's just a nice way to think about that. You can invite members from other platforms such as Twitter, email, invite them and ask them to join the fun, right? You want to try to make this fun. People come back. I enjoy being part of groups that people can make mistakes, laugh at each other, learn from each other, support each other. And so no one's perfect, right? But I picked up so many great tips that I can share with you now. And all they have to do is share a link to the group. So if you're watching today or think that you have other entrepreneur friends or peers that might benefit from my group, this group, our community, then just share the link. So that's just another way that you can do that. That's all you have to do to invite people. Just invite them to come on over. So just remember, don't set it and forget it. So when you start a group, you have to be there. You have to be checking your comments. You have to be returning feedback, right? So it needs to have regular attention. So if you're not willing to do that every week, maybe a group's not for you and your business at this time. Maybe it's something that you can plan for, right? And that's okay. Maybe you need to be part of a few groups to see how groups work, how you would like your group to work, right? So um, maybe you can ask a colleague that has a group, a peer, again, just following groups and be part of those communities. Some groups I'm more active in than others, and there's just different reasons for that. Maybe it's the content or it's something I'm working on. I find more valuable at the time, but I definitely have probably 5 go-to groups that I am in every week, and I'm engaging and I'm checking them out and I'm reading other comments from folks. So it does need attention. So just remember that it's not just, oh yeah, I have this great group and then you don't do anything. That's not okay. So those are my tips for starting a Facebook group. You can go to facebook.com, go to the help button and get information on how to set up your group. If you need help, let me know. That's something that I do as well. And I just think it's a good opportunity now. And there's a group for everything. So start exploring groups and just even personally, I think it's just a great opportunity to learn more maybe about something that you love. You know, I'm in the Southwest, and so I love seeing I'm a part of a lot of Southwest groups and music groups and different things like that. So um, find something that you like and start being part of a group. It's a great fun. So I just want to say again, it's Hillary Strong. I'm the creative director and co-founder of Your Dreams on Fire. I appreciate you joining me today, whether it's live or on the replay. And if you like tuning in today, then please invite your friends to share the group link. And I have a special coming at the end of the month. I'm creating a mini course on Canva and some great hacks and tips, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm working on it right now, just tweaking it a bit. And that's going to be available. I'm not a graphic designer. I wish I was, but I'm not. And I'm a non-designer. I'm an entrepreneur, marketing professional, whatever you want to call it, that, we have to create posts, Facebook covers and Twitter covers and stories now and do video and all these kinds of things. So that will be coming. I'll be announcing more on that. So that's going to launch at the end of the month. So next week, I'm going to be focusing on something new for Facebook. Again, always changing, Facebook and hashtags. And we've been using hashtags on Twitter and Instagram for a long time. And Facebook's never been a big fan of these. Now suddenly they've changed their tune. So we're going to talk about that. So join me next week. Tune in live or the replay. That'll be on 7/16, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And thank you so much. If you have any questions, please post them and I will get back to you. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.